Hi dudes, Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuits, and I'm looking for things and stuff. What I want to make is what's called a pedestal rock pedestal, or mushroom rock, and they are actually caused by erosion, but I'm looking for what I was going to use as a base that I had sitting here and now do not. Here we go. So, for those of you that have ever seen like iconic desert images and comics of Wile E. Coyote chasing out Roadrunner and such, you'll recognize immediately what I'm making. It's composed of two parts. The bottom part's called a plinth, and the top part's just, I guess, called a rock. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I learned about that. Good God, Doom. Learn how to use a cutter. I know you guys are thinking it, so I'll say it. This thing ain't cutting shit. And I don't know where new blades for it are. And I don't want to use a knife with a thin blade to push with this much force, because that seems like it would be dangerous. And I don't want to just cut myself to cut myself. If I cut myself because it happens, that's one thing. But just to do something stupid, it's not my dream. We'll just take off this little corner here. Make it not sharp. No points on the edges. All right, we're going to need some tin foil. Probably more than that. So let's make the plinth first. And to make our plinth, we're going to form it at kind of an angle, just like that. Is my glue gun heated up yet? Yes, it is. Okay. Then we need our rock structure on top, and I think foam would probably be the best thing to use for that. So let me see if I have a smaller piece laying around, so I don't have to cut up any. I don't have to use a bunch of little pieces, and I don't have to cut up anything big. There we go. Be right back. Alright, here's some pieces off a long scrap. What we'll do is we'll pull off this stuff. And I think it'd be easier to just use a knife to get a rounded shape. We'll cut several rounded shapes and make our platform with that. And then we'll use some tin foil balls to rough that up. I need to not bring a garbage bag down. That was not wise. I think that's going to be enough to do a good one. All right. So let me get a tinfoil ball out. Where's my big tinfoil ball? Oh, I'll use this little one since I don't know where my big one is. I got to clean really bad. All right, so let's get 3 of these that look like we could do something nice with it. So we'll do one on the bottom, and then we'll do this one on the medium part. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Should have done my rough edge on the big piece so I can get all the edges nice and roughed it up. Yeah, if you do this before, it makes it way easier. And that'll be our top rock that goes on top of the plinth. And then we'll just kind of get this going like that. So what happens is you have like sedimentary rock, like sandstone's probably the most common, but it could happen with shale and stuff too, I suppose. But you have like a sedimentary rock, okay? And erosion causes the non-structured layers below it to wash away, leaving the sturdiest parts and then holding these strange rock structures up. And they're actually usually more centered, but since I wanted mine to be useful as a terrain piece that you could, do something cool with, I made mine a little off-center, but normally they would be centered. They wouldn't be as precarious as this. Now, I've seen images, and it's been years, of mushroom rocks that were not centered. And I've seen some that were really tall and looked like they were going to fall any moment. And they might have fallen since the years since I was in school. But we're just going to get up under here and just reinforce that a little bit. Just getting it going. Okay. It's going to be pretty sturdy at that point, I'm guessing. Now let's do the base, and let's just paint the whole thing in Mod Podge and paint. So I have this little cup of grossness here. This will serve nicely for what I need it. Let's get some Mod Podge. Some paint. Some glue. Here we go. And we need a crappy brush. I'm looking for one now. And you can go a little thick with this. With that decoupage. Now, you'd probably want to make more than one of these at a time, would be my guess. Okay, now let's get some sand. Where's my little plastic tray I use with sand? I've lost my little plastic tray. So let me look and see where that might have went. I lost it. Nasty. Where's my tray? All right. As I'm unable to find my tray, I will find a temporary structure to use as my tray. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle sand on the plinth and a little bit up underneath there. And I hope I get some on the flat platform as well in the process. Okay. And it's an easy fix to collect this back up. Put that back in my sand bin. And let's continue painting the rock on top, the mushroom portion. I know there's a name for this, but I can't think of what it is. If you know what the name of this is, put it in the comments. It's the plinth and the rock part. It's really quiet in here because my fan's unplugged. I just realized that. I forget why my fan's unplugged. I'm sure there's a reason for it. And we'll just grab a little bit of that excess sand off of there and mix it around up here to give it some kind of texture. And then I'll go set this in front of the fan to dry, and then we'll paint it up. So anyways, there is my mushroom rock. So thank you very, very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon. Leave comments and all the happy crappy that helps the channel grow, and it's much appreciated. Check out the website, www.dungeonswag.com, and check out our Discord. Those are both linked in the description, as well as a discount code to save you 25% off your first month of our miniature subscription service. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.